Seattle Sperm Bank admitted that they give leftover sperm vials to the FBI. They admitted this in 2022 in a room that was filled with at least 70 fertility industry professionals. Eve Wiley, who you may have seen on A Man with a Thousand Kids, was there in the room and saw this happen. Listen to her describe the scene.
And you said it was like a nails on the chalkboard moment. How did the room react to when that dropped?
Like audible gasps. People were, and then kind of like the talking amongst each other, and then people started asking questions. And so there wasn't like, I think that there was obviously motivation to quickly stop talking about it. And then it was kind of like, time, we've got to like move on to the next presentation, blah, blah,
No,
blah,
you
blah.
don't move on from that. You don't move on from that. You need to talk about that.
But there were people that asked, like for clarification type thing. I personally didn't ask. I think I was really in shock because my mind, at that point, that felt very much kind of more in my wheelhouse because I'm like, whoa, do we have informed consent here? Is this just kind of like embedded in just like a blanketed consent? Yeah. How does this dictate? Because with fertility fraud, how does that dictate the donor's autonomy too? How would a recipient parent feel knowing that like, what are we using it for?
As you said, questions were asked. What was it being used for?
Bladder patterns.
Something that actually just was brought up to my attention that I didn't even think about was that doesn't make sense on so many levels, because if we're giving the FBI leftover sperm vials, that means they're giving them leftover frozen sperm vials that have been washed. How can you do splatter patterns with washed sperm?
I don't know. Doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense
either.
Someone just pointed that out in my comment section. I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. So for anyone who doesn't know, washed sperm is basically they separate the seminal fluid from the sperm so that you just get the condensed little sperm. So it's like washed sperm vials. It's a little baby nugget in sperm. Like, you can't do a splash pattern with it. I didn't even think about that.